Now what I can do, just do this briefly, is I can do a full neurolymphatic massage on her, and she could do points as well, where we're covering everything on that sheet that we're going to send you for all the organs. Now what I generally do is I start up at the neck, at the top points here, where it's right on the back of the neck on each side of the spine. And you just let me know if I hit a tender spot.
Mm-hmm. Those are tender.
Tender. Now just to note, this is often great for pain relief. In fact, it's good for everything. I had one of my clients worked with a top tennis player, and he said he would do this before every match. Well, she ended up winning the French Open, completed her Grand Slam. She'd never won the French Open. And I watched the awards ceremony. Is that getting better there? Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll go down to the next point. And you'll see these on the sheet as well, all the points I'm covering. Anything there?
No.
Okay, then we'll go back to the front. I already did the brain ones, but let's show this here. I'm gonna rub there. So anyway, at the awards ceremony, she thanked him for taking excellent care of her body. And basically, he did this protocol on her before every tennis match and switched on all the muscles, organs, lymphatic system, and it helped her win her first French Open. So then we're going down here, and we just keep going down the rib spaces. And she could rub these as well, or you can rub them on yourself. That's tender? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you, folks, as you're doing it on yourself, if you get a tender spot, rub it longer. Then I'll go in here. Just let me know if one of them's lightening up.
The top ones are.
Okay, and these are still tender.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep going down in between all the rib spaces, right off the sternum. And then why don't we have you rub the ones right under the breasts, and just start here and then work your way out. Everyone doing that. And I'm going to hit one down here for the spleen, pancreas. So that's right in here. And then I'm going to rub on the rib cartilage. Just let me know if I hit a tender spot. And when your tenderness goes away, you keep moving down. So I talked about earlier how I did this same technique at a Tony Robbins event where this woman came up in crutches. This is what I was doing with her. She was sitting in a chair. We weren't on a massage table. And I just rubbed the points. She rubbed the points. And in 7 minutes, she walked off the stage carrying her crutches. Said her pain was gone. So this is really a great protocol. This and the stress release protocol, if you just did that, you'd be in, very, you'd have clients lined up outside the door to get the results they can get. Okay, so again, we have the 2 inches up. We did these earlier. That's the adrenals. Then 1 inch up and out from the umbilicus, the belly button, and then straight off is the bladder. Now let's have you do the points on the pubic bone there. And she's up on the top of the pubic bone, rubbing down towards the feet. I already showed the points on the side here. We've already done those. There's also points on the inside of the legs. Are these tender at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Now. And then we're going to roll her over onto her belly, and I'll show you how I do the back points. Now what I do here is I've already rubbed the points here. So here is where I get the thumbs like this, and I'm just going along those reflexes. These are neurological reflexes. Now they're stimulating nerves that are going into the spine and then out to the organs and the muscles. That's what Chapman figured out. The way he got this is he found out that when people in his sanitarium, the hospital where he was working, they would have tender spots in certain areas when they had certain organ challenges. And he mapped these out over years and wrote his book in the 30s that showed how you could help them clear these functional challenges, particularly with specific organs, by stimulating these points. Goodhart later found that, every organ in your body is related to a muscle or group of muscles, and when the muscle test's weak, it's showing energy blockage, that when you stimulate the reflexes, the energy flows. And by the way, am I hitting any tender spots as I go down here?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine, okay. So this is what you would do with a client. And this is what the guy did that helped the tennis player win the French Open. And he was doing this with all her matches, and she just loved it. So be aware that this is a great protocol, even if you're doing massage or body work, is to include the neurolymphatics in your work, okay? Stimulating those points. And that is another great protocol from the course that also helps detox the body and activate energy flow. Remember, symptoms occur as a result of energy blockage. And that blockage is caused by living, eating, and thinking. So we talked in the beginning of the course the importance of the power of your thoughts, focusing on things that bring you up, that give you energy, that give you life. Creating meaning, even when you have tremendous challenges, create a meaning that gives you energy, that gives you purpose, that gives you acceptance. So that's one of the most important things in life, is to gain acceptance for whatever happens. If you sit and regret and just, and certainly I could go into a lot of regrets about things I didn't do or did do, but that serves me in no way. So what I do is say, what was it I learned from that? And how can my life be better and me help other people have a better life by what I learned from that? So remember, the meaning you make of things is so important to your health. So if you got something you've had a negative meaning around, go back and write down, and literally write it on paper, an empowering story of how now that is serving you. Tony Robbins says, life doesn't happen to you. Life happens for you. So you can see here, I'm going all the way down with the finger pads, and that is the back points here. And then we've already done the sides of the legs. And there's one other point out here on the side we can work. Is those tender at all? Okay, we're good. And now here's a good thing. At the end, you can swipe down like this. This is the bladder meridian. It's going down the back, and it go all the way down to outside the toes. And when I worked with Dr. Thea, I'd see him do this a lot. After he would work with somebody, he would do this. I had one client, she said, my favorite part of the massage, when I was still doing massage, is when you go down my back like that. See, the thing, the bladder meridian is such a key meridian because it has points all along the spine. Actually, those ones that you're massaging here, that when you work them, it affects all the other meridians. They're called association points or connecting points. So that is the bladder meridian. Okay, we're good. Any shift in how you're feeling?
I feel more awake. I'm energized.
Yeah, it's a real good energizer. Mm-hmm. So that's one of my favorite techniques. I use this. The other day, I was like, oh, my back is killing me. I got my roller ball out. These are, you can get these online. Go on Amazon. And what you could do is this gets all those neurolymphatic points along the back, and I just lie into it on the floor generally. But you can do it on let's say a wall here. I won't put too much pressure, but you can lean into it and just dig into all those neurolymphatics and kind of roll down and just dig in. Massages all those points if you don't have someone in the house that can do it for you, which is obviously much better. So great stuff here. Doing those just simple procedures I showed you can be huge for helping your body to detox itself and get free of all those endotoxins, along with, of course, drinking adequate amounts of water, doing your exercise to get the lymphatic system pumping, and then eating right and thinking right and living right.